Okay, we're on the death run. I mean, the final run. Yeah, final run. We've got pretty much everything that I'm going to be able to bale on the ground right now. Like, there isn't anything else that I'm in the need of baling. I mean, I do have more. I've always got more, but right now, if I get everything baled that I have on the ground, I'd be perfectly happy with what I've done for the year. And that's just the long and the short of it. So I got to talk to Cody, get his ass moving in his direction, and we're gonna go do what we do. Now, I just got done doing a thing to this baler. I didn't record it, but I'm gonna show it. Somehow, somewhere along the line, this little proximity switch got broke, and I think it's caused my scale not to function properly. These are different. They all have to work together. So if that was busted, I just got done fixing it. So it's new. Anyways, you gonna take the 7530?
I was just gonna ask you.
Yeah, no, take that. That's fine. You can follow me down, I guess, because I'm on my way out of here now. All right. Okay. So he's going to follow me down to wherever it is I'm going, and we're going to get this shit baled today. A lot of it. Dad's going to haul hay, and we're going to bale. There's several places that'll have to get finished today. Oh, God. But anyways, I got to get fuel in this thing. I'm low. All right, so I'll have to do that. Shoot. All right. Okay, so here it is. This is foxtail, and this is foxtail wheat stubble is what this is. Nice neighbor of mine said, hey, I got this stuff. Will you please come take it off? And I was like, sure, I'll take it off. That was about 2 months ago. And, of course, you know, I have some major obligations that I have to meet before I go do these sorts of things. And it just seemed like every time I went to come down here to do this property, there was some major thing that had to get done or whatnot, you know. And we are against the clock here because, let's face it, it is December, what is it today? December 3rd or 4th? Today is the 4th. So, you know, December 4th, I wanted to be done a month and a half ago. You know, I just really wanted to get done a month and a half ago. And a month and a half ago, or let's say October 21st, that's when I finished up in 2016, was October 21st, I had 10,310 bales. That's what I ended up with last year. So on October 22nd, I hit that this year. So I really wasn't too off the mark or off schedule with what I had completed last year. With the exception that this is this year. I was a day later making that same number of bales. Of course, I had put more hay in each one of those bales, which is wonderful. But I still wasn't finished. There was just more hay per acre. A little different fertilizer program boosted my yields. Plus, of course, the rain that we've had later on gave us an awesome second and third cut. But with that being said, I finally got down here last week, because today's Monday. I think I mowed this on a Thursday. I was able to get down here on a Thursday and get this mowed off, and, you know, of course, this property owner was quite happy that I did it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am appreciative of the free material. The other crazy thing is that it is December 4th, and I'm still not finished. I did the second to last farm of first cutting hay, and I said this in the past, and I'll say it again in this video. The reason I still have second or first cutting hay out on the field is because warm season grasses need to die off before you cut them. That's one. The other thing is property owners. The property owner that had the property that I go to next is she had enrolled her ground in a bird program where they have all kinds of birds that they like to watch, and it's through the federal government, obviously. I see none of that money. I don't really care to. I don't deal with the government anymore. The government's a pain in my ass, and I just don't think or feel the need to sign up for any of these government programs. I'd rather do it on my own than be part of that happy horse shit. So that's what I do. I receive no money from the federal government. I don't go to the Farm Service Agency. I don't go to NRCS anymore. Of course, there's guys probably screaming at the TV or the computer saying, "Oh my God, you don't have any conservation program in place?" Well, I'm a hay farmer. That's the best conservation program there is. I'm not plowing. I'm not doing any heavy tillage. I'm not doing any subsoiling or anything. I'm growing grass. And if I take a piece of property out of hay and put it into something else, like I'm possibly going to do some grain sorghum this year. I'm not 100% sure. It's just something in the back of my mind, because grain sorghum is a cheap crop to get in the ground. The deer really dislike it, and it's rather in demand right now. It's going across the ocean to China. They're feeding fish with it. I believe tilapia and carp is what they're feeding with it. So that's a market that is opening up for me here that would possibly get me back in the combine. And if I do that, I probably will deal with NRCS. I don't really want to deal with the Farm Service Agency at all, but I know how to farm, so erosion really isn't going to be an issue for me. But enjoy the sound of the tractor that's coming up right about now. Okay, so we got Teresa's on the camera. There's a lot of footage that we have, and I just had to speed it up for just for the video's sake. These things get to be like forever long, and some people just don't like to watch any more than 5 minutes. Some people could watch me all damn day, and that's what my Patreon page is for. I will be uploading a video probably this afternoon to the Patreon page, and you can enjoy that one as well. It'll be uncut, unedited, no music, no nothing, just pure whatever's out there on Patreon, the talking and everything. So enjoy that. It's One Lonely Farmer on Patreon. I'll attempt to put a link in the description below this video. But anyway, so as you can see, there's no sunlight in this, or there's no sunshine. There's a very cloudy, overcast day. Timothy's having a bit of a hard time with the stack wagon. Not that it isn't functioning properly. It's just that the hay is a little bit sticky, and it's not sliding very nice, so he's struggling a little bit. I think the next bale stacker that I get will be the Bale Runner 16K, just for the simple fact that I know Auto Align is a very reliable, Pro Ag Design Auto Align is a very reliable company. They're here in the United States of America, not like the Heath Super Chaser, which would be awesome, but there's no support here for that. But anyway, so Teresa's following me in her car to the next property where we will hit that bird grass, or it's what do they call it? Big Blue, Switch, Indian, and Partridge Pea. I've never sprayed it with 2,4-D, so the Partridge Pea, believe it or not, is still thriving in that on that farm, and that's been, there's a combine. That's another neighbor. We used to farm their property. They had a piece of property up in Kingwood Township. They've now since sold it to the state of New Jersey, and they promptly decided they wanted it to grow up into bushes now because the state of New Jersey is useless. And that will be another video coming about how the state of New Jersey buys farmland and lets it revert back into invasive species like multiflora rose bushes, autumn olives, and things like that. And no more farming on it. It is allowed to just grow up into bushes, so people can get Lyme disease, babesiosis or lichiosis, and all other tick-borne diseases when they walk through these properties, because it's allowed to grow wild, and the deer can roam in there and just wreak all kinds of havoc. But anyways, I'm on my way to the next farm, and you know what? I'm going to do this exact video on Patreon, only what you're going to hear is actually what's going on, plus a bonus in the end. So if you're not subscribed to Patreon, I'm sorry, but if you are, enjoy everything that you hear and see. There's a lot of things that are on there that I had to cut out for simple reasons, like, it may be offensive to some viewers, and I don't really want to get flagged on YouTube. So enjoy the rest, and thank you for watching.